for us, like I could see like Sterling and Kane and us, like we're doing the same stuff. It just didn't come off, sort of thing. But then I think, yay, that's nice. He's one. He's one. Dead. I'm ridiculous. Dead. Yeah, I thought I thought what do you call it? I can't think what we were saying. Yeah, okay. What were we saying? No, I thought first half we were actually decent. Like it was fairly even. I think we were probably lucky to be 1-0, but we definitely were the better. Well, we're decent. And then I think second half they were just a lot better than us, to be honest. And like we found it really hard to play. Same with what you said about the other guys, like in terms of like, how like Verratti and that they really were like so high up on us, and we just couldn't get anything going. To be honest, it looked like, and it was a bit rough. Which does happen, and like you said, it sounds silly, but we've got to remember, like, they are a fucking good side. It's not like, oh, we just decided to play shit. Like, they're a fucking good team. They've got to the final for a reason, just like we have. Like, and they've been really strong, like, throughout, so it's always going to be difficult. But I thought that they had a really strong spell, and probably definitely deserved the goal during that spell, in my book. I think, yeah, it was just a hard one on that. And then I thought extras, like the last sort of half an hour, I thought we were actually pretty decent. But we sort of like, you just knew at that point it was always going to pens, like, and it was not a nice feeling, but you just know, like, for both teams they're just like, it's going pens, like, which is just not good, because I just didn't want it to. Because I know, one is like we're not always that great, and it's just one Donnarumma is another because he's fucking ridiculous. But it's just always hard because pens are pens. Even if you win, you still feel like, well, we didn't technically beat them. It's a bit of a rough feeling. Obviously, I'd rather we won than lost, but yeah, there was a teammate by the way. Over here, he's here. 34 on par. Blue. Oh, he's just got it up then. Going quite hard there. Yeah, be careful, we'll come back then. So I left, or yeah, you mean like north? Oh, I tell you, the other place, yeah. Oh, he's up there, that's just the path. We could push this team if you want. I haven't got pad, but we can just run at them. Oh, nice good shit. Killed him off. Oh fuck! I tried to race you. Oh, red hot. Fine. Silence, not ideal. How many? Hey boys. He's class. He's so quick, isn't he? For me, he's a bit of an Mbappe, but just obviously not probably as good. But he's class. He's genuinely really good. Mate, yeah, nah, he's class. I don't know who. I think he plays for like some Italian team, but mate, he'll easily be somewhere else because Oh, is it Juve? Oh shit, I didn't know it was Juve. Yeah, deserved to be honest, because he's an excellent player. I agree. Thought he's brilliant. What do I need? Nothing. Got a red already though. Job. Wait, yeah, he was making changes for days as well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is there a bolt over there? I'm dropping. Dropped a thingy in here. Spitty. Lots of heavy if you can get. Dropping a bat here, son. Yeah, Kieza's class. Like, the thing is though, I didn't. It wasn't for me. I don't know. I didn't feel like Italy were like ridiculously better, or like they probably deserved it at the end of the day. But it wasn't like ridiculous. And like on another day, it just felt for me as if like we actually could have done it in terms of like we had a lot of free kicks and nothing came of it. Like we also had a lot of times where like Sterling went through and like it just didn't happen. I think for me it's always frustrating. I think you're right. The only downfall with England in a way, or with Southgate, although I do think he's been brilliant the whole tournament to be honest. The only downfall is that because obviously if we do go ahead, like all of our players on the bench that are good are there to change the game. Like you're never going to bring Grealish on when we're 1-0 up, sort of thing, and you shouldn't do. Team flying us? You there? Mistake, fella. Not gonna lie, my 301 at the moment is actually mad. I've been using it like a lot, and it's dirt. There's a blue in here if you need one. But yeah, it's one of those like it just didn't sort of come off as such. But then it's not like Pickford made a couple of like really good saves, but it's like it's not as if I was thinking, oh my god, Italy are absolutely caning us here. So it was always hard, but I think the downfall is that if we're gonna let it go to pens, which was a good thing in a way, like because we didn't lose to Italy technically. I think that's fine, but it's still that's pens and it's rough. I'm surprised by the choices of penalty takers. Slightly, I wouldn't go in like mental about it, but for me, the guy's just left his load of loot down there.
Let's go over here.
Then I don't need any of it. There's a 301 another load of stuff. But yeah, go in there.
What do you think is over here?
But yeah, I think for me, like Kane, Maguire's pen was the best I've probably seen for a while. Kane's was very good as well. And then for me, it's just like it's not even like even if Rashford and Sancho are the best penalty takers, I can understand what he's doing. But for me, like Sterling's played the most minutes. Like clearly, he can kick a fucking ball. Do you know what I mean? Like for me. He has to just take one, and then I'm not too worried about Rashford. To be honest, I'd actually rather Rashford. And the thing is, I mean, it's literally inches on the right. It's a goal, so it's really rough. But for me, like it had to be Sterling on one, and then maybe Grealish for me. Like, it just seems odd to like. I know what it's like you know, when you haven't played football for ages, or Kane Octane here, or there's a vault near you as well. Yeah. I'm gonna go kill that Octane off it. What's this longbow? Yeah, if you can bang them, do. I'm gonna go and kill this Octane.
That one's out for the count.
But you know what I mean? Like when you haven't played football for a while or anything, you just think. It just felt as if I would just. Like someone that's played that time. Oh, that's the foul. It's just he's got gold race. Give me a second. Oh, I've choked.
60 seconds until the ring closes. Charging on my shields. I'm standing still.
I just think play people that have been playing like you know, I just think it's just rough like that for me. I just know, like, when you're not, you know, when you're not, you haven't played for ages. And it's not as if also Rashford have been playing, like, or any of them have been playing, like, all the other times, like, any of the other games. They haven't played, like, any, so that's the only sort of downfall me. But I'm not worried about the personnel, technically. It was just the fact that, like, even if you brought on fucking Messi, I think, well, he hasn't played a minute in the whole game. Like, he sat on the bench for 2 hours. Like, for me, that's the only, like, sort of wrecky part. So, yeah, basically just play Sterling for me. I think it was odd playing Saka. Yeah, for me, like, maybe Saka as well. Like, I don't know, he's just... Apparently he's never taken a competitive penalty. Do you think? Just seems a little bit unfair, really, because it wasn't even a bad thing. And also, Donnarumma is just a class goalie. Like, he's just an unreal goal. I think he got player of the tournament, by the way. So, like, you know, no fucking hardness on the team. But yeah, I would have just done Sterling and thing. What people had said. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it just seems odd to me to play someone that's not. Just to make someone take the biggest kick of their life when they haven't played for 2 hours. It was a bit wrecky. I'm on the balloons. Wait, is he on the zone? He's on the zone there, isn't he? Wait, you've batted him? Oh, fucking get my gun out. Either 8 got out there. Yeah, you're right, he's dead.
Downed one. They're not getting back up from that. Nice work, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely would have. It was. That's why I was saying it's a Southgate thing. Like, wait, they're teaming? Oh, not teaming. Revolt. Coming. Just try and knock him back if you can. Yeah, good. Medkit up if you want. Yeah, I definitely. You know, it's not like Sterling or Grealish for me really to fucking shy away from those sort of occasions and stuff, are they? Like, they're the big names, so you sort of I sort of knew that. Well, I guess that they probably had said something to do it, but that's why I think it's just Southgate. But it's just rough because he brought on 2 players and they both missed. Not that that was anything to do with it, but it's just like I actually put money on those to do it, but it didn't happen like that, annoyingly. I want to go through that alleyway.
Charging shields.
And push round if you want. But again, penalties are penalties, isn't it? It is literally just a fucking 50-50, like. It's like even if Sterling, you know, even if Sterling or Grealish took, you go, well, and they missed, and you go, oh, well, fucking should have put Rashford. He hasn't missed, but like, you know, you'll never get it right, like, and that's why, like, I can't really give too much of a downer on it for me. I think the problem was just that second half for me. Like, first half was pretty even, and we did probably well to get 1-0 up. But then that second half, we just had like none of the ball and literally were like completely under the cosh. And like anytime we won it, we just lost it because they were so pushed up. And then the extra time was the other way around. Like Italy were doing the same. They then like it was just the same. But obviously that was just the case, annoyingly. Oh mate, yeah. It was a very jammy goal, but they. Yeah. And then Pickford hits onto the post, and it's like it was a jammy goal, but I don't even want to call it jammy because I know that they deserved the goal, but it was unlucky. Do you know what I mean? Up over here, it was unlucky, but they deserved the goal. Like we would have, you know, they just did. Red hit 100, mate. My 301 is actually grim at the moment. Mate, I am so good. Honestly, I'm like, this combo I've literally used every game. It's actually very grim at the moment.
You are the Apex champions.
So it's always nice to get a little warm up in at the start. Donut, anyone?